disregarded in determining how we proceed with this pandemic. Certainly, we should have done better in that area. Some of this, again, is caused by the budgetary constraints. Budgetary constraints are the choices we make because we borrowed last year nearly $2 billion that we borrowed last year for COVID, which was over and beyond what was in the budget. This was for the emergency. Borrowing from World Bank, borrowing from IMF, borrowing from here in the, Stanbic, borrowing domestically for supplies and so on. We borrowed nearly $2 billion. Where did it go? And we were looking, and we were making noise. This is why I blame Ugandans more than even those who steal our money. Because we are making this noise, talking. But people are just docile. Nearly 1 trillion, 1,000 billion was taken to Mr. Museveni's home. And the country should demand. And it was said to be for secret work, classified expenditure. It's on record. It's in records of parliament.
But sometimes you cannot just say 1 trillion taken to Mr. Museveni's home in what way? Because
physically,
Dr. Besige.
Physically, yes. I'm telling you. In fact,
you're making a very explosive kind of an allegation.
It's not an allegation.
Money physically taken to Mr. Museveni.
It is not an allegation. It passed through Parliament, and I think it's part of why, when Parliament saw all these money trafficking through them, they also wanted to grab something. So it's on record. I can bring you the records of Parliament passing these supplementaries. And you are saying, so how it is eventually, once it is approved, how it is transported. Actually, a lot of that was transported in physical cash, in billions from Bank of Uganda.
But Parliament, when they appropriate money to a particular activity as well, they just don't appropriate money.
So this is the activity. We are in the middle of a pandemic. Doctors don't have protective equipment. There is no oxygen in the hospitals. Doctors are not being paid their allowances. The doctors are very few. But you have taken 1,000 billion. Ugandans are starving. Only 59 billion was given to buy food. 59 billion to buy food for starving Ugandans. 1,000 billion is taken to the home for secret work. What secret work is there during a pandemic that needs so much money when everybody else is starving? When, children are dying in homes without food. When doctors are dying, do you know how many doctors we have lost? Because of lack of protective equipment. All these people who are dying of lack of oxygen. But money went to State House. Can Ugandans know? This is our money. Can Ugandans know what secret work demanded all that money to go to State House? Even much more went to defense from the borrowed money of COVID. I think about 4 trillion or more went to defense. Again, it's reflected in documents that we have for classified work during COVID. We are not at war with any of our neighbors that there is a secret mission being organized.
For any money that is appropriated through the right channels, where you have people's representatives debating about the money and where it's supposed to go and accept it in a legal way, I wonder how you can come again and challenge it, because
yes,
people's representatives have chosen to do so.
You see, that is why I say Ugandans are foolish. It is our foolishness that allows such a thing to happen. In another place, you would never take 1 trillion shillings to somebody's home when people are dying in their homes. Public money, borrowed money. It would never happen. It is our collective foolishness that allows that kind of thing to happen. That members of parliament are there passing such totally ridiculous things that they can be passed through parliament.
Yeah,
but having done so,
the money that is passed is not going to go to President Museveni's personal purse.
That's what it does.
Well, if along the way it's misused, it is not given for him.
No, again, Patrick, don't justify our foolishness. You see, we should have the ability to follow and find out that classified work in the State House. What is it? Parliament has a duty of oversight, of checking what is classified.
But you know,
but there is no, there has up to now.
We have the Auditor General.
Yes,
we have the accountability committees of Parliament, which, by the way, are headed by members of the opposition politicians.
And you, as a fourth estate member, should know that all these huge sums of classified expenditure are not audited up to now.
You were once a Minister of Internal Affairs.
And that's why
you were once a State Minister of Internal Affairs in this country.
Yes.
So you know what it means to have classified expenditure.
And that's why I'm telling you that classified expenditure itself must be justified.